enemy. Death robbed you of all dignity because it's cold. It has no respect of person. Death, what happens to one, it happens to all. So he, being who he was, the representative from heaven, God in man, he did not have to die. In fact, the law said that the only way you could die was that you had to sin. For the wages, the scripture says, of sin is death. Mm-hmm. So unless you have sin, you can't die. And so he himself, the scripture said, Jesus, who knew no sin, had to take upon himself sin so that death, the process, could take place in his body.
Wow.
So that takes obedience. Yes. How many this morning understand how to be obedient to whatever God puts on your plate? Without mumbling, without grumbling. Oh, we know how to mumble. We know how to grumble. We know how to complain. But Jesus never murmured. He never complained. He simply became obedient to what God said. It said about the man Moses. God said, Moses, he was such a humble man and a meek man. He said, Moses, you have failed me. How many know that many times we fail God, but God forgives us?
Amen.
But this time, Moses, the Bible said, did not sanctify the Lord before the people. What do you mean sanctify the people? He gave in to his flesh. We don't always be up on the mountaintop. Sometimes when people come to you and you're not there, hello, but you are here, you may answer them according to where you are there rather than being there. So such a time in Moses' life where the people had murmured and complained and nagged and whined till he was at an all-time low. Mm-hmm. Because he figured that at some point in your life, you ought to be able to remember what God has done for you.
Amen.
If he did it yesterday, if he gave you food when you was hungry, or if he touched your body, or if he brought you through this situation, if he brought it to you then he ought to be able to do it now. So you learn how to accept, and that's what Moses was saying. Now, I know you don't have a big Bible and all that stuff, but at least you ought to remember what God did for you down in the land of Egypt, how he was here, and I always had to encourage you. No matter how many times you came against me and accused me and said, you don't understand. It would have been better if we'd stayed down there in Egypt. You don't understand. It would have been better if we'd kept working for our taskmasters. You made it hard for. So they didn't understand the man. And he said, when are you going to learn? When are you going to learn that you can depend on God? When are you going to learn? Why must he always? So in such a time as that, when they were crying for water, and they remember that the Lord had done it before, that they began to say again, complain again, we want water. We want water. Yes. And so God said, Moses, I want you to speak to the rock. Mm-hmm. I want you to speak to the rock and tell the rock to send forth water so the people can drink the water. Yes. Sometimes we get an attitude. Sometimes we don't want to become obedient. And if we do obey, how many know we sometimes do it with an attitude? Go in there and clean your room.